Welcome to Open Minds, Open Mic, the place to be on a Friday night. Tonight's delight is very delectable. It's a selectable few that I've pulled together on the fumes of just some gas that I'm spewing. It's amazing the people and the faces that I see show up here. I'm gonna start us off with two poems. One that I'm hoping that I committed to heart for this slam on Monday, and then a new one, which is a riddle poem. So here's the first one. I know a lot of y'all heard it, but it's a good one. This one's for my kitten who passed away, Ganja Blue. Waters flow, rivers grow, push banks to outer brinks. Your soul shines, a shrine we lovingly crafted for you, my sweet baby blue. As long as the sun beams, I'll dream of you. Seems you left too soon, seen in every room, in every flower's bloom. Every moment spent under the moon, sent to us from her, an angel disguised in fur, the size of your purr is insurmountable. Your eyes were a mountain full, a gaze to be praised. It's safe to say you were a meowsing, arousing my curiosity when you played. The pure luminosity of your brain left a stain. It's never been the same. I think of you often, soft and strong. You will always be ganja, but you'll never be gone. And that's the first one that goes out to Key Cat. And then here's the riddle poem. In the depths of an overgrown garden, a creation stands, forgotten, disregarded. Its silence presence marked by time, imperfect and weathered, a subtle rhyme. Once admired by all who passed, now hidden, neglected, fading fast. Yet within its cracks and lines, a story of resilience silently shines. Marvel at its grace, if you will, a symbol of beauty in a desolate still, a testament to life's fleeting bloom, a reminder of our impending gloom. Spin a tale of its journey, if you dare, of rise and fall, a narrative to share, a metaphor for dreams left behind, and the strength of the human mind. Through fragments echoes cry of love, loss, and time gone by, this creation standing tall, a silent witness to it all. So let us pause in this abandoned scene, appreciate the beauty within the serene. For even in decay, there is a tale to be told of an object so strong and so bold. If you guys
Oh,
could guess what that
wow.
is in the chat, you get props.
Nice.
Um, and I miss Dee and Amadeus were in there while I was doing it. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't make you co-host, so you couldn't add them. Oh, I'm an idiot. But I kept it. That was my bad. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And, but hey, cool. All right. Nona Segal, back. What? Whew. Thank y'all. I hope you guys
Dee
appreciate that.
literally just appeared as you finished.
I know
So,
because well no D came in while I was reading, but I was like I forgot to make you co-host so you can let them in. I told you to let them in as I was reading so there, but it still did that. So welcome Dee Allen. Thank you for showing up. Amadeus is back. Amadeus, we have a request. The propaganda poet himself, Bear Wolf, is at work in a college, um, grading midterms and has to leave before they lock him in the building for the night. So I was hoping that You wouldn't mind if I bumped you to second and we can throw Bear in there so we can hear him. That's cool with you, Amadeus. I'm just gonna go with yeah. Proud my boy. Hey,
Hello?
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Is it
Something
cool
went
if
wrong with our internet, so I apologize.
yeah, no problem. Is it cool if we slide Bear Wolf in front of you?
Sure, sure.
Okay, 'cause he's at work uh grading midterms and we want him to get loud up in his office and we want to hear what he got to say before they lock him in that motherfucker. So yeah,
All right.
Prop, dude. I love you, man. If you got some words, I'd appreciate it.
Uh,
Be blessed.
First of all, I apologize for not being around. I miss y'all. I'm just been busy as hell. I'm kind of taking over the campus here, and enjoying every moment of it. Um, we're gonna have our next open mic. I've resurrected the creative magazine here on campus, and we have regular open mics happening now. The next one is gonna be the we after Veterans Day. It's going to be in honor of veterans. So it's things are happening here, and it's pretty amazing to be here. So I had a meeting with the vice chancellor of the state. I'm part of creating the helping create the Native American Student Success and Support Program here at Miramar. Things are just really fucking amazing, and I cannot stress this enough. The only reason I'm still here and the only reason I am here doing this is because of y'all and the support that you gave me when I was in the darkest parts of my life. And I just can't even like you
We
guys.
encourage your behavior, man.
Well,
And I'm
given
so
that,
proud of you, brother.
this one is for all of y'all and for me and my past. Today, it's okay to be alive. Now, yesterday, my perspective might have strayed a different way. That is to say, on those days, it's important to entertain the pain because today, it's okay to be alive. Lea Petokin Lilawashte. Today is a good day, but not to die. You see, I cannot tell a lie. I ain't got time for that uncertain future because I'm still too busy trying to decipher my past. It would appear that manifest destiny has captured my destiny. So now I'm not even quite sure what my ancestry is. So from what I've been able to gather, the story goes a little something like this. Many, many moons ago, some random Trader Joe fell in with the Shawnees, and then he just took one of their nieces because he was raging about being dissed on what was already a good trade. But just like any other treaty being tossed out to the tribes, he failed to mention the bribes or extortions or the shape-shifting ways of terms and conditions, but he did have plenty of ammunition for any retort they might have had. To make a long story short, dear old granddad went out on a binge and brung himself home a Indian girl. Now, she might not have been an official slave, but she gave and gave and gave and gave. And then, incidentally, one day against her will, he planted his seeds. But somehow she found some inner solace by tending to their needs. And now, for generations, I am me. Ye Maska Wagali Huni, I have arrived in my homeland. I did not ask to be born on the white side of the tracks, to have my blood thinned pale. I did not ask for a bleached mother, blood drained of all color, because image was more important than imagination, and appearance meant more than my past. I did not ask to be shrink wrapped in suburbs where indigenous heritage was decimated to Indian arts and crafts. And I did not ask for the honor words that a Lakota man once gifted to me, even though I did not ask for them. He said, you don't have to have red skin to have a red heart and journey the red road. Lea Petokin Lilawashte. Today is a good day, but not to die. Today is a good day to survive. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for encouraging my behavior. I cannot wait to listen to you all. I'm apologize ahead of time. I do have to jet like right around 5 because they're gonna lock the building up. But thank y'all. You guys are amazing. And I love you
Thank
all.
you.
We love
Yo,
you,
Bear.
Bear.
Yeah, that was
We love
great.
you. We love you.
Yeah, yo, that poem is, I think, one of your greatest poems because the where
Yeah.
it comes from, man. Like, Just that, like that is one of my favorite pieces from you, brother. Because like, and I know the struggle that you went through too, like to like, like who am I, where am I from, and then like you went and analyzed it, and then was just like, this is who I am, and I'm proud of that. But I need everyone to know where I came from, and yeah, that was beautiful, man. Like,
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
hope you
Looking
show
forward to
every,
listening to all of you. At least the ones
yeah.
I can hear before I go.
Hey, everybody, unmute yourselves and give it up for Bear Wolf, propaganda poet, up there doing his thing, man. Yo, talking to heads of state.
Yeah, Wolf.
Yes.
I hear you.
Too busy changing the world, he says.
Don't be a stranger, bruh.
He busy changing the world, man. He out there doing it. Like, oh, we love and support and respect that. And what a beautiful piece. Oh, thank you so much. All right, coming up next, we got my boy from the Philippines. Yo, this man been one of my favorite. I think I'm starting to develop a poetry crush. You know how we get them poetry crushes? Yeah, Amadeus be doing that. Amadeus, if your internet connection is still great and you're able to bless us with some art, I would appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. You need to share screen? I can make it.
Nah, no, it's okay. I apologize earlier because the internet connection, some something happened. Anyway, I'm back and I'll be performing a piece entitled "My Love Beyond the Stars." My love beyond the stars. Oh, how sweet and silent the night is. Such tranquility emanating from its graceful bliss. My love is beyond the stars. My love roars. It is strong but never a demanding force. My love is beyond the stars and I see its horizon. No words to say, but what a beautiful dimension. Its wind moves but never against my flow. My love beyond the stars never ends in sorrow. Classic beauty and refined quality, it is glorifying and its powers are wide, satisfying one's love that knows no quenching. For its love is nothing more than a never ending sketch. Oh, how sweet and silent the night is. No words to say, but oh, what a beautiful dimension. It is glorifying and its powers are wide. My love beyond the stars has never died. Thank you.
Thank you. That was
So,
beautiful.
for my next piece, uh, I call this the Amadisian poem because originally an Amadisian poem is a symphony poem, so it has four movements. So this was my third Amadisian piece entitled Thy Digital Infatuation. First movement. Almighty Father, I thank you for technology. Prayer to you goes less nowadays, but never ends. Rest to some and forever sleep to others. It is indeed the season of darkness. Life slowly fades and media is sugar as always. Thy digital infatuation, another title to form an insinuation. Harsh reality, and this is the common view of the dimension. Imagination becomes decadent for the next generation. Rapid success from this sugar, thus bringing more depression. Tormented without it, but knowing it, it can kill what a paradox. Endless use of it, but once awake, it is best to detox. Everyone may perceive this as unorthodox. No matter, it's best to be vigilant and work like an ox. New era, a digital era indeed, a new wave for another genocide. Infatuated still, welcome to the 21st century, my friend. Not everything is what they used to be in the end. Entertainment, perhaps, blinding the truth from everybody. Too many instant access and evil is now hiding in plain sight. Everywhere you go nowadays, you can barely see the light. Everywhere you go, only the truth can see its everyday night. Night after night, corrupted and gray becomes the new white. Facelessness, illusion, indescribable, flamboyant, flirtatious, fatal, tantalizing and heavily dangerous, youthful. Time does not exist. Here, time is irrelevant. Run, but you can't hide. Everywhere I am all around. Everyone you see is me. Money is my companion, and my efficiency is laziness. Knowledge is power, and I move with no stress. Understanding me is not very simple. Loving me is addictive yet dangerous. Though nobody cares, that's right, stay ignorant. Rest when you're done, but it will never be slave. Alive and so ecstatic, so love my rave. Thy digital infatuation, first movement. Thank you.
Yo. Like we were talking earlier before
Wow.
everyone showed up, your diversity in poetic styles and your
Beautiful.
love for wordcraft and linguistics is amazing, and it really shine on that with you creating that piece. And
I second that, man. Amadeus, you awesome, man. I came just in time to hear you. London Carry here. Very powerful. I loved it.
yeah, like I said, one of my poetry crushes. It's just amazing what they're doing. Appreciate
Thank
you,
you.
everybody. Unmute yourselves and give all the love you have for Amadeus.
That was amazing.
Wow.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well done, Amadeus.
Wow.
Word.
Thanks, Amadeus.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. I apologize again for the internet.
Yeah, you missed my poem, but it's okay. You'll hear him again someday. But yeah, so coming up next, we have the lovely Nona Lea, who has been providing us with help here at Open Minds, keeping us posted on who's what and where, and yeah, it allows me to, focus on the poetry more when I got little buddies helping me out. So I really appreciate you, Nona. Thank you so much. Love the collab you guys did, you and Gustav. That blew my mind. I just listened it today again. I threw it on. Because I was like, I gotta hear that, right? And that's why I was so excited for tonight. Yeah. So Nona, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words, we would appreciate it.
Okay, so I got a couple of short pieces. I'm going to start with one that was recently published. Ignore the jingles in the background. That is the cat. Doppelganger. Am I hemlock mistaking itself for elder? Is that a serpent tendriling around my shoulders, whispering unbecomings, or honeysuckle vines in ancient slumber? If I bore orange berries beside a lonely road, would weary travelers gobble my fruit, or leave it to pile under the shade of my canopy and melt into ooze? And should my ambrosial perfume seduce curious lips into a kiss, would their tongues salivate or swell? That's the first one. The second one is called A Poet's Prayer. Dear Lord, please, this bitchy poem needs to get from A to B, so please be a good sugar sky daddy and sprinkle some creativity on little old me. That's what I got for tonight.
I love that
Yeah,
little
that
one.
was great.
Can you read that little one again? Because I was typing and had things going. I want to hear it again real
I
quick.
love it.
It's very quick, so I would.
A Poet's Prayer. Dear Lord, please, this bitchy poem needs to get from A to B, so please be a good sugar sky daddy and sprinkle some creativity on little old me.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Awesome.
So dope, so good.
Sugar
Everybody,
Sky Daddy is just brilliant.
yeah, Sugar Sky Daddy. Uh, yo, everybody, unmute yourselves and give all the love you have for Nona.
Nona Lea, yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
we loved it. We loved it.
Thanks, Nona.
Amazing stuff. And
Yeah, yay.
congratulations. I was actually trying to reply. I don't know if I sent the thing. So you're part of Tesoro now, huh? Yeah. Tesoro has been a big part of Open Minds because on week 3 of us even doing this, we had Stacy Dyson feature for us, who was our first feature. And she brought along, propaganda poet and others who, and I really accredit Stacy Dyson and Tesoro for kind of really introducing us to the poetry scene. So I'm really proud that you're part of that. And the reason I mentioned Stacy Dyson is I have to send her a message, but we have her booked for next Friday. So Stacy Dyson, our first ever feature, is going to be featuring again for us this Friday, about a year and a month after her first feature. So yeah, excited for that. Coming up next, we have the Jedi Master himself. Are y'all prepared for the Skiff verse? I know I
Yeah,
am.
yeah.
Had my wife
Let's go.
specifically twist me a joint for this moment. So
Let's
Skiff,
go.
if you could bless us with some words or songs, whatever, I would appreciate it, my good sir.
Yeah, thanks, Thomas. It's great to see everybody here again. Let's see, let me get this up on the screen. This doesn't have a title. It's a neighborhood poem. Night sky, wind shred like planet crushed, seas and continents crumble, fall in blusters of storm blows on shoulders down 300 feet from above roof where helicopter sprays searchlight to sear, dark off 27-story slabs of the Gompers' houses. Infernal blast of cinematic law levers shadow out beneath social gravity erected on subservience teetering under tons of brick, glass, abrupt fury uncaged by anonymous grudge-angered voice that coaxed simple geometry of oiled ferrous metal to revenge, so revenge could color its teeth with blood by 365 days of dark hallways by auction of a human future night shoved down on curb of vendettas pursues its violator, not the lunar sea Marvin glows with when he climbs from 3B up to the roof to collect gibbous light with his naked body twirling blades propel their hollering edges past contemplation slowly flexed in chambers of Marita's heart that swallow deep rhythms woven in her stare upon pulse from pale stars that soak her during naps, drifted summer nights on her own skin, dropping bath towel over tar paper in exhausted peace, cleansed from moist, indolent, grimy breezes that coast 2 a.m. over Houston Street down in 2D. Mama scolds. The girl watches too much of the Yankees. But tonight under the helicopter, roof no private land inhabited by choice to be alone, no sanctuary founded by the self when bitching pushes love from small hot room as traffic jam bounces welcome chant down top flight of stairs. Lonely, don't you be so lonely. We got that purple skyline. We got that slippery moonshine. We got that life wide ocean between star and street. We pour it all at your feet. So don't you be so lonely. Whap, whap. Slugs, helicopters, punishing brute prowl, pressing altitude and speed to blacken eyes that chase fear through windows on the Gompers houses, engine of the flying police station reigns, ruptured riddle for balance to drowned equilibrium from each person's thoughts submerged with human weight into their surrendered tongues, now too swollen by merciless assault to lift the world, stuck with vulnerable solutions from block of unshared hopes buried beneath concrete. Rent hallways in the ears between Marvin's slender feet and mountains of the moon, bursts of blood embraced by Marita's heart run beneath the street, earthly creature bound to no zodiac by dismantled comfort of desperate routine encased in bullet that waits the hammer that runs for the last train to a lofty room woken into each malevolence-filled day where adrenaline bleeds across a mirror high up in the Gompers' houses. I'm going to throw my hat from the roof to the street. Emotion was the first form of human flight, still coasts in thin air of perseverance, choice to measure patient strength against a gunman's laughter, instant erasure, takeoff, assassination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One assassination. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, the overwhelming numeral helicopter number 2 electrifies a pulmonary mile of sky over expressway to blast the building with a shouted secret from where morning breezes run cool fingers around corners, pry under kitchen windows, high over Sheriff Street. Smoke drips from warm muzzle, dangles a white worm up into night where the lamps of Brooklyn blood pool upon perpetual clemency, permanent as shapeless motion, the river that labors a vital sign into lost consciousness where terminal thought and a bullet birth their velocity dreams joined at the ankle. Tables full of neon blood over Houston Street, vans hurtle east, their roofs pulse with fitful fireworks that dodge dance, red lights to box with storefronts and long walls, red lights by the coffinful jab, billboards depicting women with drugged faces whose features loosened by phenobarbital express the dark, extinct dreams chased from empty rooms by fathers who fear the love of their children. And the fist falls down, and the fist falls down, and the word uppercuts the mind, and light renounces the puppet truth for pilgrimage to worship payback litanies measured between motionless eye and ramp blade over pistol barrel. Holy Mary, Mother of God, God whose saints do not respond to the 9/11 call on the hour of death, so there is no salvation to crush the bug in whose jaws the city is a crumb being sucked, manholes rattle. City's advice, the yellow traffic light swaying on a line strung in the Lower East Side wind over Avenue D should be respected.
Yo, Paul. He's like, this is about the neighborhood. It has no title. That doesn't need a title because I feel like I was there and that like I learned more about that place than if I had lived there for 100 years and knew everyone.
Just
More of it.
love that.
Yeah, like the you
Awesome.
captured all of it and just built this like I feel like I grew up and died there. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for Paul Skiff.
Woo!
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow.
Love
Thank
it,
you so much.
Paul.
Chilling and thrilling. Beautiful, Paul.
Wonderful.
Jedi Master, I didn't believe it was possible to excel yourself, but again, we believe in
Yeah.
self-transcendence, right? That
Right?
was a masterpiece.
Indeed. Well played.
And
Really
well
good.
said, Lantern. Yo,
Yeah.
fire! We love you. We appreciate you. You are glorious. You are you. And that goes to everybody. And even if you can't make it all the time because you're over the seas and it's late for you, but you still show up because you love us so much, like the wonderful Nayma Chamchoun. If you could bless us with some words, well, I would really appreciate it. And give me a little update. How you been doing? I see you posting all types of cool stuff, promote your book, getting out there. Tell me how it's going.
It's going well, yeah. I'm having a good time, sort of attending events, editing like mad my second manuscript. I've had a publisher ask me to send him a copy, so fingers crossed they like what they get. And yes, still reconnecting with my wonderful poetry family online.
Performing in 6-star places. She's gone up a notch or two, you know.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, you're there near her there, so you see her going. She's out there doing it, huh? We
Yeah.
love you and thank you again for blessing us with your presence. I really appreciate you. You've been here since like the first week, I think it was. You're here week number 1 or 2.
Yeah, gosh, way back when.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go straight into it. First poem, Once. Once I was 17 and married, grieving as the guests rejoiced, denied a voice or choice, dolled up on Almeida and carried. Once I was a child with a child, fast-tracked into adulthood, afraid and unassured, sowing hope into Tuesday's child. Once only valued for chastity in a womb, heaven under the feet of mothering, therein placed demands smothering, as the dove fluttered hope into the heavy gloom. Once I was the mother I never had, and the wife I never wanted to be, playing the part expected of me, in the babes, finding reasons to be glad. Once I faked love in the hope that it would grow, fabricating sweet words and comforting cuddles. But like you, it sank to the bottom of the bottle, forsaking you to the mistress you dotingly know. Once I tried to be all things to everyone and nothing to myself, burying mental health so that I could step up to bat for the sons. You only live once, but die 1,000 deaths, each time rising out of the ash, strong enough for once. Thank you.
Wow, Nayma. Oh, I love your voice and your performance, and I'm so glad to hear that you're out there doing wonderful things. I'll give you all my blessings and success, and just go out there and be your wonderful self. The world appreciates you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing that. Everybody,
I
yourselves.
love you, Nima. I miss
That
you
was
so
so
much.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
orgasm.
poignant.
Yeah.
It's sublime. Simply sublime.
Do I have time for one more piece?
Yes, we would love to hear one.
Thank you. This is a piece that is published in Glasgow Poets Anthology. Beneath the surface, all along the canal, the destitute keep a view. Breezy couples and families out on a Sunday afternoon. Mammoth windows with mahogany beams, invitingly shimmer and grandly gleam. White-shirted staff weave through the clatter of spoons. The young and the fun glide through the canal on a canoe. Summer's fading finale, a technicolor cloth, the buildings that bend with the canal, a smooth samba roll, a sensual gambol, the intimate exchange of hushed chorale, an idyllic scene veils the ground in the rough. Below, a brick tubular canal bridge, the light shies away. On a ravaged mattress, bleeding stuffing, a couple with sooty bagged belongings, listless loss on display, the air weighed down by reality's spillage, the blanketed form of bodies entwined, Titian flames of hair flicker on the edge of the cover. His hand tenderly strokes her hair, care, even when burdened with cares. The unshaven, wearied face of the lover, unable to recover from the slings and arrows fortune assigns. Sporadic sound bites of laughter, a ringing bell, melodic paper cuts to the heart. Under the bridge, trolled by pledges from suited indifference in hedges, as they trip-trap to ski in Kstad, parlaying in the pow as fortune's yard sale. Winding wanders with the curve and the flow, a cat's cradle of bridges reaching across the water, concrete tentacles, man-made sentinels, an industrial explosion of bricks and mortar, circular motion, froths like high tide's overflow. The shadows that hide our shame, a rainbow of barges hides the grey, chattering passers-by who lightly pass by, filtering out the signs of dismay, silencing our ache for the unclaimed. Thank you.
Thank you, Nayma. Everybody unmute and give it up for the lovely
My
Nayma.
God, I love your voice, Nayma. It just makes me so happy. Takes me away.
It's so beautiful.
Same.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And again, we're so proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. The world needs to hear more of you. And yeah, bless, man, bless. All right, coming up next, we've got Messiah Payne. Yo, thank you so much for that feature you did for us, man. That was so dope, son. What? All right, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I would appreciate it.
Great. So I'm gonna jump right into it. I have two poems. The first is called Seduction. Like meticulously unwinding a screw, I ensnare your surrender. Tension and fear are slowly dismissed. You open to me without speaking. You try, I silence you. For what will a cacophony of words avow in a moment of passion? Intimacy striking down intimations of each other, while your body relents and once more, you grin jealously. Perhaps a murmur, perhaps a moan. I know that your pleasure exceeds your expectations. Am I not more than what you assumed? Do I not give to your beauty a sensitive and a short touch, scintillating with nubile submission? You realize that through me you are love's emanation, a body and mind weaving towards love's riotous evolution through your feminine alms. I am merely a small gesture toward your journey. Your eyes implore, so you needn't ask. It is your devotion to the moment that undresses my reserve. Let affection guide my hand to your lips, and let our affection be the making of our exultant embrace. Raw, immaculate, with just enough emotion to show you that I am falling in love. And here's the second poem. It's called Speak to Me Favorably. To me, you say, speak favorable fortunes, but what favorable lament can silence my pervasive and enroaching hostility, alluding toward myself? To summarize my tentative future, I surface anxiously, arising haphazardly from an unholy circumstance, a redemptive peculiarity stroking my back while turned bashfully. I fight intractable reflections, for I observe myself in half measures, impatiently, glowering thought forms a finger's length away. I prey upon myself solipsistically, a turbid narcissus over troubled water, with self-attritions between resignation and anticipation. Sorry, not done yet.
No, the anticipation's killing me, bro.
I remain alone, quietly seeking unnerved ego through purpose, yet deviation persists. I meet myself with nothing to say. I glare ruefully through my image, and disparate, shattered insight clings, weighing on providence. I am both renewed purpose and confused deviation. As I emerge from my chasm of fragmented time, I say to you, if I am self, why can't I feel joy in possessing me? I've read that self is remonstrate, a slander luridly askew from the point. What is the point? If the self labors through illusion and absence, why try to clasp at it? Does the suffering of seeking self-definition give misplaced vitality? Strife giving purpose, though unnatural disquiet be the end result? The honest longing for being is to approach becoming intimately, yet we train ourselves in a vacuum, hoping to become better selves, holding onto impermanence. What is immortal? Nothing. What is truth? A thing none of us can appropriate from others, for we must find it within ourselves. I ask, if I am truth in myself, yet if I am not immortal in any form, what does my humanity mean? Speak favorably, you say, but there is nothing favorable about grasping tirelessly at that which is mercilessly absent, a self never meeting absolution, a self always on dissolution's edge. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. As always, so dope and on point, man. Everybody give it up for my
Thank
side Payne.
you. That was awesome.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a genius, no doubt.
yeah, intense.
Thank you,
intense.
Gustav.
That first poem, the way you ended it, what an incredible love poem. I just, wow.
One of
Thanks.
the best, man, for sure.
What is truth? A thing none of us can appropriate from others.
Oh, that line though, right? Yo, that second piece was so like intro and
Perfect.
extrospective. Like You crushing it, man. Keep doing what you're doing. We absolutely love you, and we hope we see more of you every Friday here. You know what I'm saying? Because we just love you, man.
Thanks, Thomas.
Let's keep this thing rolling with the next one. We got some new people coming. Arsenal just showed up too, so welcome. Coming up next, we've got Nemo Sum, my brother. What you got for us tonight?
Hey, it's so good to be here. I have two microtriptychs tonight, and they are connected in that all of them are poems I'm currently working on. So some of them are just seeds, and some of them are almost finished. But anyhow, loneliness has been sitting with me lately. Sometimes he holds my hand, and there's something strangely reassuring about his cold and constant grip. Something that feels like home. That siren song of seclusion, the simplicity of isolation is so tempting. The opportunity to let everyone go and never say goodbye again. Resting my head against the rock that split it open, I know I've found the promised peace. A place to finally just let it bleed. I was taken aback by how well our lines fit together, how elegantly the verses were interwoven, but the refrain was broken and forced, and we never could agree on an ending. And this is the second one. I was born where tornadoes touch down, where the sky turns green with summer storms. Turning the corner on a familiar street, I encountered myself when I was just a boy, walking headlong into the storm. And I wanted to shout some warning, share some wisdom that would spare him from the wind that batters with words. But I never did learn how to dodge a lightning bolt. And this charred heart doesn't hold any answers. I only survived the ordeal. I never mastered it. So I watched him go, alone and unprepared, into the rain, knowing someday he'll write about it. I was supposed to be the second coming of my father, a scholar or a ditch digger, he would say. But I never could sit still long enough to become learned. So when I was handed a shovel, I didn't ask questions. I dug until the work consumed me, burned me, left me ash. But embers left glowing return. Thank you.
Yo, everybody give it up for Nemo Sum.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
You.
Every time.
Yeah, Nemo. You're a
Wow,
poet.
everyone's on the top of their game. I'm telling you, Friday night is on fire.
Oh, moving, Nemo.
I
Very,
remember those
very
green
moving.
tornado skies very well, Nemo. I don't know how many nights I spent in the basement waiting for the tornado at the end of the block to leave.
Yeah.
Hey, go home. We're trying to be people here. Tornado, go tornado somewhere else. Yeah, Nemo, man, that was. I love how you ended that last one too, like glowing embers meant to return, like because you can do. There could be a bunch of glowing embers. You just blow on it, give it a little action, and poof, turns right back into a fire, man. from the mashes. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. The whole world appreciates you. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
sharing that with us, man. Oh, that was beautiful. So coming up next, we've got the Magus himself, Gustav Sallas.
Hey, Thomas. Hey, Catalyst. It's good to see you guys. Hey, beloved poets. Love you all. I have two pieces for you tonight. This is Mondegreen Nomic. Mondegreen is a misunderstood or misinterpreted word or phrase resulting from the mishearing of a lyric to a song. Nomic poetry consists of meaningful sayings put into verse to aid the memory. There's a bathroom on the right. I will be all right. I will be all right. I will be all right. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. Over spilt milk, do not cry. The girl with colitis goes by. I get high. I get high. I get high. Blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a douche. Another rumor in the night. I'm out of my mind. Yeah, it's out of sight. In a glob of Velveeta, baby. I'm here for the yes, don't want to hear maybe. I've got 2 chickens to paralyze. The child inside you never dies. I travel the world in generic jeans. Everybody's looking for something. See that girl, watch her scream, kicking the dancing queen. Gotta be there, gotta make the scene. Here we are now in containers. Here we are now. Entertain us. We built this city on sausage rolls. I don't believe in traditional gender roles. Hold me closer, Tony Danza, while I write another stanza. A year has passed since I broke my nose. Who can see the emperor's new clothes? This is the dawning of the age of asparagus. The age of asparagus. The age of asparagus. 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 Okay, thank you. Amadeus, could you turn off your mic, please?
I just muted him. Yeah, sorry for that. I went up
No
to
worries.
use the restroom and I was yelling at just, hey, wait, let someone else mute. But yeah. Oh, asparagus from the top. Oh, we got it.
So choice goes.
Okay. Yes? Okay, I'm going to do my next piece. This is called MK Ultraman. Forged in the fires of the Monday night online open mic, I rise from the ashes on Open Mind Fridays, spitting out lines like depleted uranium, blowing your mind inside that cranium. I am a fount of creativity. I am Mighty Mouse on LSD. Here I come to save the day. I live in Florida, but I still say gay. Like MK Ultraman, the psychedelic warlock, I bend time as I wind back the clock. Throw those hands up and say don't shoot. Nourish your body from root to the fruit. I got that old-time evangelical agnosticism. Stand together now to oppose fascism. Dance your dance to a beat only you can hear. Then open minds poets will appear, transporting you far away in time and space, all done with inimitable style and grace. So just sit back and chill. I'm about to get ill because I got the gusto, ready to busto with the dope rhymes. We make the good times on Friday night, see? We got that poetry to make your mind fly. Open that third eye. Perform a heart check like I was Aztec. Thank you.
Yo, what? That was dope, bro. Thank you. Everybody give it up for Gustav.
Woo! Yes, I loved it. Wow.
I mean, awesome.
Awesome. Wow, wordsmith Gustav. Loved it.
Killer. Just another killer. offering. Gives me so much hope for Florida, like I never had.
I fucking can't wait. That's why I'm up here in Canada in the snow, bro, freezing my ass off. All right, man. Y'all amazing. I love all of y'all. Coming up next, we got Debbie Segal. What's the temperature like where you're at? It's snowing out here.
It's a lovely like 65, 70 over
So
here. Yeah.
I think that's what my house is. Just to stave off the snow.
Well, I tried to plug in my little holiday lights that I usually like to have, but then they made the whole computer blow up. That's why I was like suddenly not there. So I'm just gonna do.
Don't blow up on us. You can't do.
I know. I put in my usual like holiday lights, and I usually stand up when I like deliver a poem, but I'm just gonna sit here and not try and touch anything or plug anything in. So this one's like I don't think I've read this one here. It's called "The Chains Aren't Real," and I'm gonna try and do a Paul Skiff because I really want to be able to like do that dirge-like quality. Let me just experiment here with that. She has always been here, chants the mystic seer. Her cloudy ball of crystal drips salty tears. Cursed lineage leads me back, sharpened cobblestone, twisted paths, spiral spheres begin to swirl. She pulls an 8 of swords, enslaved in stationary space, meaning confined, moving at a glacial pace with no escape. Incantations, magic words. She pulls the devil, a sacred card. When it is drawn, reveals what holds you back from your true will and shows the chains aren't real. The fool replies, shut your eyes, walk the skies, give in to flow, accept, let go, just leap, don't bother to look within. The devil knows you shall grow angel wings. Poem.
Wow. Oh, wow. Paul, what do you think of that?
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was in full effect, Debbie.
Yeah, that was like
You're
healing
like a
parts of me.
natural. You know?
Yeah.
I felt it.
You're like, I want to try this, and it.
Best try ever. Amazing.
Tremendously successful experiment, Debbie.
Yes,
Yeah.
Megan said tremendously successful experiment, yo. Bam. Straight up. And collab too, I'm hearing. I'm feeling. Debbie, you and Skiff need to talk and do something for us because we would all love to hear that. Like that would be really cool.
Because the poem really lent itself to that too, just the content.
Yeah, almost the content of the right. You could even just write to that, like add on and
yeah, that was meant to float.
Yeah. Oh, if y'all could work, if you could work,
my goodness,
that would be so cool. Y'all make sure y'all in contact with each other. Skiff, send her your email. All right, coming up next. Thank you so much, Debbie. That was beautiful. Is Alex Phuong? If Alex is, will you read for us? Yes, you got peace for. Excellent,
Yeah.
Alex. If you could bless us with some words, we'd appreciate it. I see Teddy in the bag. Teddy.
Yes, Mr. Barrett. Hi,
Or
Mr. Barrett.
Mr.
Say
Barry.
hi. Okay. Okay, so let me explain. So I still look young, but believe it or not, my first day at Cal State was 10 years ago. Yeah, I put in the chat. No, that's right. I put in the chat. So I actually wrote a poem inspired by the urban setting of Los Angeles County. So this is what I wrote: urban ecology. Within a concrete jungle is a variety of bundles, full of hope and possibility. And even within the nature of reality, it is still possible to live to live through both the biological and the artificial. And even if Los Angeles does not have literal angels, marvel at the beauty of the city through a variety of angles, and never ever dangle from a cliff, but instead find a way to make an urban setting the perfect setting for a wonderful day. That's a reference to Another Day of Sun from La La Land. Thank you.
Wow, Alex, that was so dope. Everybody, give it up for Alex Phuong. Like that, I was so good.
Loved it.
Great.
Alex, yeah.
Thank you for
Yes.
sharing. Wow.
Sure. Beautiful.
Yes, thank you, and Mr. Bear for that wonderful piece. I like the descriptors. We've had gotten to like descriptive poems about like places, and people have transported us all over the world, and we appreciate that. And we are all over the world. We got people from, over here and over there, and it's so cool that we can all meet up at the same time every Friday. And speaking of someone who be meeting us at this time, Principe, always on point with it. So Principe, if you can unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I'd appreciate it.
I'll be sharing a new poem that I just wrote today. Ringing rings in my ear, tears in my eyes drop from this fragile face. Stolen 16 years ago, Nana lost signal with the earth. More like passed away, more specifically, a stroke. Her life was stoked by ups and downs, no runarounds. Stubborn as they come, she wasn't dumb. Those Texas eyes had stories to tell, not to sell, but to inspire. Nana's life was harder than mine. One day I mined her mind for a school assignment. But the day she died, she made her bed with God. God planned my summer outright. How odd. The day she died, I found her head down.
Wow. Did your Nana just
I was,
pass
I was,
away?
I was bended by the moment. Called 911 and set a shop. The funeral was draped in tears, but love because of a dove called Nana. Poem.
Wow, man, that was deep. I'm sorry to interrupt there for a second too, did
I'm a Nana.
yeah, that was like
Nana.
transcendent, one of the most beautiful like tributes I've ever heard. And if it was your Nana that just passed away, like bless her soul, and like thank you for sharing that with us in that piece. Like, we appreciate it. Everybody. Give it up for Prince P. Unless you have another beautiful piece to share with us, man. Like,
I really don't.
Principe.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
So much
so
wisdom.
moving. I'm a Nana also. That was so moving.
Yeah, really poignant.
man, thank you so much for that. Coming up next, we've got Dominique back in the house. It's been a while. We love you. We miss you. And yeah, if you could bless us with some words, we'd appreciate it.
All right. Peace and blessings, everyone. I missed y'all too. Yes, work has been crazy. This world is crazy, but I'm so grateful for this space. So thank you again, Thomas and Kat. You guys are amazing. All of you poets are amazing. I have one short piece. It's new shit that I wrote in my writing circle this past week, and then I'll share 2 very short micro poems if we have time. So the first piece is called Auric Whim. Standing at the precipice on the edge of fate, finding comfort in the void, a delicate balance we create. When frozen by fear, it's the unknown that fills us with dread. Juxtaposed between spotlight and shadows, we boldly tread. Uploads and downloads dance in tandem, a cosmic choreography. I feel at home center stage, embracing the mystery. A performer in the grand play, a main character in my living biography. Into the unknown we step, bold and afraid, flowing, undulating forces like the aurora borealis displayed. Sky dancers and ocean dwellers as life's mysteries pass us by. I see the auric fields, the energy that surrounds, polarizing into neutral, where profound wisdom abounds. Auric fields shimmering delight, a kaleidoscopic domain. A whim and a wish we cast into the night, a gift so bright. It's not what you say, but how you say it, so say it with care. It's not the spell, but how you intend it, a secret to bear. Confirmation of my Arcturian starseed lineage, a celestial connection. In this vast universe, we find our reflection. In the midst of the unknown, we discover our true art, a journey of self-discovery, a journey from the heart. And the next pieces, the 2 short micro poems, the first one is called Culture Shock. I crash landed, knees wobbly, nerves and sinew shake and tremble as I step foot on the left coast soil. The hard, dry atmosphere bakes into my skin, sealing the scent of hazy pollution deep into my pores. My heart somersaults in excitement and plummets in fear, stepping into the unknown, millions of miles away from home. And the last piece is called Portrait. The soft caress and suppleness of each contour and curve of my frame, golden, glowing, velvety chocolate, sun-kissed skin shaped by the glorious rays of my ancestors. I love how each piece plays an integral part. I am a masterpiece, a work of art. Thank you.
You certainly are a work of art. Everybody,
You are a
unmute
work of
yourselves
art,
and give it up
Dominique.
for Dominique.
So powerful.
Yeah.
Awesome
Absolutely.
micros.
Love
Thank
your
you
stuff,
so
Awesome. That was
Dominique.
beautiful. All 3 of them were beautiful, man. Lovely,
Yeah.
lovely, lovely, lovely.
Yeah, yay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, when you hear
Yeah,
Dee
yay.
Allen in the back and he gives you at the very end just that you know you did good. You know you did good.
Yeah, you have
Right,
such a
right.
self-assured delivery too. You know, nobody can gainsay what what you speak. It's there, and nobody's going to move it out of the way.
Yeah. She writes in stone. Monumental. We appreciate you. And this next person we appreciate very much too. And one day I'm gonna go and I'm gonna buy him a really delicious dinner, and I get to call him uncle the whole time. Generalissimo, Bryan Franco. He said I can call him uncle only if I buy dinner and I can say it to the waiter one time, refer to him as my uncle. But so it's gonna take a lot of linguine and we're gonna smooth it over. Generalissimo, if you could bless us with some words, brother, I appreciate it.
Absolutely, Thomas. I found some strange older poems. So I'll read 2 or 3 of them. Life is like trying to eat spaghetti with chopsticks. When I was a kid, spaghetti was a staple of the dinner menu. Mom served it once a week or every other week. Dad's famous meat sauce was legendary. I rarely make pasta. All the boiling of the water, if I let it cook 30 seconds longer than al dente, its texture feels wrong to my teeth. Then there's spaghetti, linguine as well. If I break it in half before boiling, people will complain. When I order it at a restaurant, which rarely happens, and I cut the noodles rather than twirling them with a fork, I get accused of sacrilege or bad manners. I mean, doesn't it all end up the same after I chew it? As a terribly uncoordinated person, trying to twirl spaghetti is the same as intentionally deciding to have 1/3 of the meal ending up on the table rather than in my tummy. As someone whose mommy told him to eat everything on my plate because there are starving people in India, I prefer not to waste food. I've been told that if I travel to Japan and ask for a fork and knife in lieu of chopsticks, it will be a cultural insult, despite that the food will be wasted due to multiple motor disabilities, which cause my using chopsticks to be a messy spectacle. Either way, I am a consciously messy eater. Lest I wear a bib, I never order chicken wings for that reason. I also tend to mix everything I put on my plate. Many friends and family members have commented on my sloppy eating. At least I don't talk with my mouth full of food, but if I point at my face or hold up a hand when someone talks to me while I'm eating, so I don't end up spitting food in their face, I'm somehow being rude or haughty. Once when I drank broth from a bowl of pho at a Vietnamese restaurant, my eldest brother said, "Manners, Bryan, manners," in front of his tween son to make an example of him. I responded that in Asia, both slurping soup and drinking from the bowl are considered compliments to the chef. He said that we were not in Asia. When I asked the waitress, she said it's okay in her family's restaurant, and her father, the chef, considers it a compliment, which made both my sister-in-law and nephew laugh. For people like me, chopsticks are torture devices. For people like me, not making a mess at the dinner table is like completing an obstacle course. For people like me, explaining my issues to allegedly normal people is basically like eating chicken wings without a bib. For people like me, the fact that I am people like me is a messy meal I can never eat and escape unscathed from. Oh, that's the end of it. Okay. Poem number 2. What do I want to do here? Before my mommy bought me, they told her my breed never sheds. I woke this morning to a sweaty pillow and wet head, having kicked the top sheet and spread off the bed. The sheet was twisted around itself like when it ties itself in a knot in the washer, like when it doesn't totally spin out and all the excess water in the spin cycle. Then the machine stops and displays an unintelligible digital code till I rearrange the sheet so the spinning can finish. Upon further inspection, errant words were scattered about the bed, like letters in a bowl of alphabet soup. Just as I can always write a sentence in my soup, I know the words I shed in my sleep will write a poem that'll help me sleep a little sounder tomorrow. And finally, this is called A Letter. Oh, hold on. Here we go. A letter I have tattooed on the underside of my skull. My dearest depression, I spent so much extra time on that first mattress I spent extra money on that a depression formed that didn't spring back, that became a shallow grave of padded memory foam over wrapped coils that became collapsed springs. I guess your presence in my life created a new definition for progress. Luckily, I was able to replace that mattress with a select comfort mattress. My sleep number is 100. I prefer my mattresses and pillows to be extra firm when my wherewithal is artificially lower than what you arbitrarily decide it should be. Or maybe I should listen to your words and realize you are a scourge of misinformation. You are Alex Jones trying to peddle a warped conspiracy theory that my trauma and mistakes are false flag missions. But they are not false flag missions because I own them. And yes, I have hoarded them in labeled Ziploc bags in the freezer till freezer burn surrounds each one's ability to be cryogenically revived. Because I can accept that you live inside me, but I don't have to let you out to play. Gracias, everyone.
Yo, Generalissimo. Wow, everybody unmute yourselves. Give it up for Generalissimo.
Bryan.
Wow. Wow. That was
Incredible.
dope.
Your
That's
That
voice,
was
your
dope. That
delivery,
was
your
dope.
voice as a poet, your
Wow.
pen.
So descriptive and
Oh,
detailed.
Brilliant, Generalissimo.
Yeah, the side
Wow.
you do let out to play, I give thanks for.
Thank you.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Yo, I love your poetry, man. Like I really do. I love like the wordplay and just everything, man. I'm so glad you. I'm gonna see you soon in New York. I'm gonna buy you a nice meal, and I'm gonna get to call your uncle. I'm looking forward to that day. All right, coming up next, someone who requested the share screen feature, so you know it's gonna be dope. We're gonna get to see some really good stuff. We got Dee Allen, my brother. If you can unmute yourself and bless us with some words.
Woo, Dee Allen.
Now you're making an
Yay,
old
yay!
black.
Check
Yeah,
Magus'
yay!
screen. The book.
Now you're making an old black Italian man blush, yo. Thank you for that, though. Unwritten Law, still available on Pro Press. And the Magus owns it. Two new poems tonight. First poem is called Harajuku Doll, Lynette. How a goth looks sauntering, hanging out in Harajuku. Victorian age funeral wake vestige. Petticoat shaped like a chapel bell, ruffled dress shirt, rose and ribbon pinned on hair tumbling down in coils, long stockings, Mary Jane's on feet, folding fan in one of her gloved hands. All silk and lace, stone Bible black, coffin rest ideal. The shoppers have EA Poe's long lost Lenore, brought to life amongst their ilk. Modern day Tokyo, an interesting place where all have seen her, but none know her name. The fashionistas gave her this cute one, Lolita. That first one was called Harajuku Doll. And a Lynette is a 14-line poem, like a sonnet, without meter or rhyme, devised by poet Laura Lamarca. And Harajuku is a shopping district in Tokyo, Japan, similar to Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco, Fremont in Seattle, or Little Five Points in Atlanta, my old home city. And the last poem is on a deeply personal tip. This is called Double Dare. February 1991, age 22. I was just a metalhead listening to a new tape I bought on headphones via Sony Walkman, and remember those? This one song drew me into the music, and it felt like pure love. The opening was a wall of distortion, a solo of sorts, simple and powerful. David J's distorted bass. 5 notes came in, owned the air repeatedly. Kevin Haskins drumming, steady beats followed the tasty bass tone. Daniel Ash's guitar, his chords added volume to a slow, gloomy rhythm. Peter Murphy's vocals, low, seductive croon morphed into screamed lyrics, direct challenge for me to speak up and speak out, no matter how grave the situation is. Don't back away just yet from destination set. I dare you to be proud, to dare to shout aloud for convictions that you feel like sound from bells to peal. Musical melodrama from faux men called Bauhaus from England around 1979. Their style was nothing I could pin a name on. It was passion released unlike any soul, rap, punk, heavy metal track. Sonic gateway to other bands of their mysterious type. Susie and the Banshees, Joy Division, The Wake, Sisters of Mercy, The Mission, Sunshine Blind, Nosferatu, Switchblade Symphony, Autumn, The Shroud, Dead Can Dance, Christian Death. The list remains endless. This one song drew me into the music, and it felt like pure love. This music dared me, double dared me into the scene formed around it. Darkly romantic, somber, elegant, clothed in its own lacy, silken, velvet, khaki, stretch cotton, dance floor twirling, deepest black. And that was a new poem called Double Dare, about the first time I've ever heard these guys. Bauhaus, one of the world's first Gothic bands from England. Still listen to them today. From this mic to your ears, I'm Dee Allen. Thanks for listening.
Yo, y'all give it up for Dee Allen.
Wow,
Allen
so,
Allen.
so
That was
beautiful, so
beautiful.
informative, man.
That was
Go
so
see
good.
I hear
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. So informative too, man.
Yeah, who
Wow.
needs to listen to the music? Just hearing your poem describe it was just as good.
Thank you. Thank you.
For sure, man. I was telling Catalyst, I'm like, yo, Bauhaus, right? I'll look it up. And it's cool too, because, like, you know, I'm a wordsmith. I'm always playing with words and syllables and stuff. So it could be like Baus. You know what I mean? Like, the Bauhaus, like, it's just that Baus music, you know? Anyways, yeah, we appreciate everything you do. Talk about poetry crushes. I feel like I'm poetry married to you. You got my heart forever and ever. Thank you so much for that piece, man. And keep doing what you're doing. Link your book again. Everybody buy this man's book. It's just so dope. Coming up next, we've got the light himself. Like the two candles I have beside me. Oh, no, I'm messing it up. Okay, there we go. He is the lantern carrier, carrying us full of love, light, and joy everywhere he goes, man. If you could bless us with some words, I'd really appreciate it.
Thank you, my brother. Lamentations. Heaven's golden promise, earth's grieving loss, love's bleeding sorrow, bereaving desolate hearts, humans' brutal ignorance, Jannah's weeping tears, Allah's enfolding mercy. That was one, a gentle one. A glimpse into the heart of poetry. A glimpse, just a glimpse, into the heart of poetry. I am a spark of spirit, and poetry is my own light, revealing energies in endless ways in accordance with the rung of the evolutionary ladder on which I sit, the environment and challenges through which I grow. Souls are unique, and I know of no defining boxes in poetry. Some masterpieces are born out of war or shootings at school. Others shed light on unrequited love. Prose, words in their best order. Poetry, the best words in their best order. Meaningful lines from Coleridge. Yet I see poetry riding on the ascent of the wave's crest just as much as in the graffiti on painted walls. It sings in the voice of the hummingbird and is adorned in a meadow of sunflowers. It is in the charred ruins of chaos, etched in the eyes of the hungry and dispossessed. It is in the silent hush of stillness and the lyrical delivery of eloquent words. It is in the heavy yoke of emotional traffic and the silence of the despairing. What determines good poetry? Life is a ladder of many steps, and few, if any, are on the same rung. One may be receptive to the spiritual truths of Sufi mystics. Another finds pleasure in Sunday's political satire at Hyde Park. Each soul comes with its own narrative. Some will recite nothing but love poems, others social justice, and a third group, psalms for the soul like David. Some will be heavily emotive, passionate, and impactful, using their work as therapy for the soul. It is through life experiences that I grow, according to receptivity. And this is concealed in the attire of my soul's calling, longing, a quest for fulfillment. Poetry is written on the chords of music I once knew, woven on memories, burning the anxiety of emotions. Poetry is a bridge to cross over the abyss of despair, ride the din of my earthly sorrows. It ascends to the invisible plains of joy, embraces the glimmer of twinkling stars above and beyond this realm of shadows. Love has given me the duality of light and darkness, joy and sorrow, as much as she gives me diversity. Her laws are in motion, providing something unique for everyone. She lingers on the tenderness of words like fine wine, soul like a phoenix, merged in flight to the static crest of rainbows and horizons. I want to trace my words in your heart so that in time it unfurls like magnolias, embracing this world with light and beauty, to see that golden glow in the darkness, even as Orion fades or fails to emerge. I want to have a glass of wine with moonlight, my intoxication so complete that we become lovers, she kissing my heart with her radiance, even as I become drunk with sweetness, repeating incessantly, more, more. Memory has its place in poetry, yet its eloquence lies in the audience emotions, how each heart opens to the light and passion that it conveys through this cosmic vortex of unspoken love. Are the words engaging? Do they flow like a vibrant river? Poetry is an active seed within, manifesting without, and my lips, my voice, intonation or diction are but conduits to convey the freedom of my soul, a divine spark of a higher love, ceaselessly longing to express itself in this self-transcending journey. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
I think that might be my favorite poem about poetry ever. Like
You have
everybody
so many
unmute
favorites of
yourselves.
mine.
I know that,
Oh,
yo,
Beautiful.
that was
unmute.
absolutely
What
That's
the?
amazing. I love
Word.
that.
beautiful,
Stellar
beautiful,
work.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Always, 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 always,
Yeah.
Lantern. Yes, yes.
That's one way
Amazing.
to come into the room. That's the one way. The first thing I hear when I come into the room is off the chain shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah, CP joined in right in there. Came in and so you got CP joining in the room. And he's like, I figured y'all still a party. You got lantern just blasted on. Like, oh,
Yeah,
beautiful
CP and
night,
two
beautiful.
legs.
Yeah,
My
Lantern,
brother.
that part where you pointed out where you saw poetry in all those different places, that was really intense.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah. Spirit in motion.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man, for blessing us with that light.
Thank you,
You
thank
mean
you.
a lot to me. I hope you know that. You really do.
You
You
mean
mean
a
a lot
lot
to
to
me.
me too, man. All you guys are very special. Yeah, you're affectionate and tender, loving mom. You're absolutely gorgeous wife. All these illustrious poets in your. You attract likes attracts likes, Thomas, and you have all these, extremely beautiful souls here. We're proud of you, and you're proud of us. I'm sure.
I'm very proud of y'all, man. Like I love each and every one of y'all, man. And likes attract likes. I grew up in South Florida, kind of in the hood, so we used to say real recognize real. And I see the real in all of y'all, and I appreciate y'all for coming through, and sharing these wonderful words with us. And we all around the world. Like I figure I need somewhere. I know that my people are out there, right? Like how can I get us all to link up and chat and share our thoughts and our loves and our feelings and our emotions and just create this great community, man. I appreciate everybody here. But speaking of that, so we'll keep
I'm
it going.
sorry, if I may, I just want to say how much I appreciate how much Lantern Carrier gives to the community, how he writes these long comments to highlight
Yeah.
the lines and has commentary. I mean, you give so much to us And I
Thank
think
you, Nemo. Thank you.
appreciate
And your poems are so beautiful, so sublime, so sublime. Yeah. Sometimes I'm saying to myself, I'm whispering, maybe Nemo will ask me to collaborate someday, you know, but I'm scared to ask.
Oh, hold on. Someone's getting a shout out.
boy.
That's like a gauntlet going down. All right.
Yeah.
I hear you.
But listen, Lantern, you know that you have to write a micro triptych.
I write lots of microtriptychs all the time.
Yo, you write so much poetry. I love you.
I
You're
have
a fountain.
3,000
It just
poems, man.
yeah, it just flows out of you in the most beautiful way. We love and respect you so much. So much. So much. Coming up next, we got our Shanelle in the house. If you can unmute yourself and bless us with some words, we'd appreciate it. And welcome back. Oh, I love that smile every time. Welcome back.
Greetings, everybody.
Greetings.
For that introduction. It's good to see everybody this Friday evening. Tonight, I want to read one of my poems that's available in its digital format on Spotify and Amazon Music. And it's available on Etsy in its printed form. It's been a crazy week all over the world. And when I wrote this poem that I'm going to read, which is one of my older ones, I needed a break mentally and physically and emotionally from all of the craziness in the world. Most of my poems have been regarding mental health, self-esteem, and I mean, all over the spectrum. So this poem, I really wanted to have fun with it, but I was also irritated at the same time. And so I wish we could take a minute to remember the people that died this week from the war overseas and the war within the United States, and sometimes the war just in our heads. So this poem is called Private Calls. Why am I always looking for my phone? I lose my head if it weren't attached to my body. If it's not my phone, it's whatever's in my hands at the time. 4 missed calls. 2 of them are private. I wonder who it could be, because my friends know I won't answer. Pushed to the back of my mind, I grab my word and on my way to church. I don't believe in superstition, but my eyes start twitching. Is he thinking about me? Does he believe me? I stepped out on faith. Softly, I hear your voice, my precious prince. Trust me, just trust me. Anywho, in any way, I rhyme and spit, leaving stains on the microphone like a greasy monkey. I organize and tenderize the face of ministry like I was Al Capone. From how many mics have I seen the melodies of heaven? Pro Tools, keyboard, studio face, synth machine, microphone, cable cords, computer galore. Oh my, that private caller calling me again. I hop into my ride, what a roadster I have, and head home. Music high, music loud, music and music all around. What can I say? When I wake up, I'm on the grind. Jesus music, food and Jesus, words and music, Jesus music. Not all the time I have words that rhyme. I see words as a painter sees the canvas, as a photographer sees a portrait. I come into the house and speak to everyone, Yes, I have spoken. I head to my computer. Too many words sitting, blocking my thoughts. Up the stairs I run. Wait. What's that ring? The private caller again. It doesn't make any sense. Instead of picking up, I sit and wonder who it could be. And then I make poems like this instead of answering and asking the private caller to unveil his or her identity. Leave a message instead of leaving me with confusion and mystery. The phone stops ringing. Is that private caller? Oh, private caller. I wish I might know who you are before I lose my mind. Too late. On me. Thank you.
Our Shanelle, what? Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for that
Ooh,
masterpiece.
yes.
What?
Love that.
That was
That was
awesome.
great.
Wow, that
Yeah.
was
Superb.
wow. That was crazy. That was crazy. So like detailed. Now you went into it, you know what I mean? And it just stretches your
Hey,
mind.
Jay.
That was awesome.
Yo, and that's coming from
Yeah,
Coz, bro. Like, that's dope.
that
Yo,
was dope. That was dope.
yeah. Um, drop them links. A lot of people here might not have them links. Drop them links in the chat so everybody can buy, listen, download. You know, we love you. It's so good to see you. And yes, it's been crazy, but you know what? We over here hanging out Friday night. You know, we having good time, good vibes. Spread love in the world. Because if we focus on the bad, you know, the spotlight goes to the, you know, the degrees goes to the squeaky wheel, right? Like you know, if we spotlight the love and light across the world, we meet up, you know, like it's doing something. I don't know what
Yes.
it's doing, but it's spreading love and light somewhere, you know? And so hopefully, you know, one less rocket will hit its mark and, you know, one last rock will hit its target and one last word won't hit wrong on the soul and instead inspire us to grow into the wonderful poets that we all know we are. And Wordsmith is coming up, got them bars, and he goes by Cozzy Coz because he is a kamikaze when it comes to these rhymes. This motherfucker's unstoppable. So if you can unmute
What's
yourself
up,
and bust us
y'all?
up, man, I'd appreciate it.
What's up, what up, y'all? How is everybody? Hope everybody's good. What's up, man? Thanks for the intro, my man. All right, what I have for today, I have a piece which some of y'all may have heard. It's titled My Imaginary Friend. I wrote this quite some time ago. Here it goes. I am a figment of my own imagination. I only exist when I think I do. Sometimes I step outside of myself to speak to me, but I don't always succeed. So then I get frustrated, which in turn makes me frustrated. So now we're both sitting there frustrated, side by side, not saying jack to each other. Now, me and I don't always get along. There's this power struggle that has existed since the beginning of our relationship. See, when I am told something, I listen. But me, sometimes talking to me is like talking to the wall. So then I am forced to pull rank on me, which makes me very angry. But I don't care. Sometimes I have to pull me aside and set me straight, which I have no problem doing. But me, it pisses me off. I told him, me, you need to stop being so angry. You need to go back to the me I used to know. This made me very angry. At that point, I realized how hard I would have to work to get me back to the way I used to be. He responded by saying, well, if you were me, you'd understand. And I said, oh, I understand. More than you could ever imagine. I know you better than you know yourself. But I miss the old me, the me I grew up with, the me I used to look up to, the me I could talk to about anything, the me I believed in, the me I can't live without, the me I loved. I seem to have left me speechless, which like never happens. So we stopped and reflected for a while. Then, after an extremely awkward and uncomfortable silence, I heard me say, you know what? You're right. I don't like this side of myself. And it's time for me to go back to being me, to the me I used to be. I responded by saying, I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you.
Yo, I had to recite that to the room word for word as you were doing it. So I recited that with you because my wife and my buddy here, like we've been on this whole I me thing, right? It's the whole ego balance. And the way you laid that poem out was like, bro, I read it. I was in the room. It was like, yo, the I that me used to be, like, I want to be the, oh, I'm sorry. That hit me in the boo boo because we were just talking about that. Everybody, mute
That's
yourself
awesome.
and
That's
give it up for
great.
Cozzy Coz, right?
That was so good. Yeah. That was great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Ozzy!
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yay!
And I'm gonna still line up the day. Yeah, you got the Yo, and so we're hoping to be featuring Cozzy in the next year coming up. 2024. I'm gonna hit you up. We're starting to line up already. We're gonna do every other week a feature. So we have one night like this where we all get open mic. We get a little extra time on the mic. We go a little longer, and then every other we'll do features. So we can, and I want to hear that alphabet poem in its entirety. And if you could spit that, like,
Got
ooh,
you.
but.
Got you.
All right, man. I love you. I respect you. I'm excited for the feature.
Likewise.
Yo, everybody,
Likewise.
I'm gonna ask you guys now to unmute yourself for this next performer. Because unlike us poets and musicians and whatnot, we need to have the feedback. So if y'all could unmute yourselves and give it up for Tori B.
Yeah, Tori.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you.
Hello.
Man, it's been like up and down, right? Trying to just make sense of it. I popped onto Twitter for the first time in like a few weeks just to see like what sort of social collapse is happening on the internet, right? And not that I don't look in other places, but like I've sort of like fallen away from Twitter, and like it's a place where comedians used to go to like kind of drop little one-liners. So yeah, and then like I'm not working right now, right? Like actors are still on strike and writers are back, but like I'm fucking lazy. Like I come to these Zooms and I'm so impressed that like everyone prepares these like exquisite poems and I like consume. And I'm like, this is like yeah, like oh, they just like bore their souls, and like I'm writing about like, watching porn. It's like a different crowd, right? Like this room is a different room. You have to understand that the rooms I go up in are horrifying. Like the shit that goes on in comedy is just like, oh, it's demoralizing. It's like absolutely horrible. And you like, there's no getting around it in the beginning. Like once you sort of gain traction, you can like this time last year. So one thing that I do is that I keep these 5-year journals. And I swear
I
I'm gonna make
love that, by the way. You mentioned it before, and that's so
I
cool,
love
man.
this. And like, and from I'm trying to think of who was talking, or Shanelle, maybe about like mental health stuff. Like this is like a tracker where you can see, oh shit, this type of stuff is coming up for me every year at this time, and so like it just I'm a nerd. I like, I'm like a big nerd, and so like I don't really jive well with like non-nerd. Like this woman was doing this material one night and she was like, I swear to God, these jokes, they worked over,
I'm sort of for the sort of goddamn for the normies.
And I was just like, ma'am, like, no offense, but like your perspectives are not funny or original. I was laughing because like you didn't, but like when I say like I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I'm like a scarier third thing. I am that third thing.
That's scarier third thing.
I mean, because like, what are you then? You know? Like, I had a very deep conversation with a friend today about like gender pronoun. It wasn't about gender pronouns. It really was more like he was like dealing with like bigger world stuff, but like it felt like we were like coming up against these tropes that like I had thought that just like the whole world like I'm it's been a long week and I in and out of therapy and realizing, how essential that process of like just like getting your story out. And like I don't need to go to therapy as much because I have this. So
Welcome
this
to
time last year,
therapy.
yeah. I do recommend it though. And so like, oh, I basically I'm like, do I want to do what I'm doing right now, which is sit in my bathrobe and like talk at a screen? And the answer is like, yeah, like I'm
Fuck
pretty
yeah, like that's
to
like yeah, the
like this
things
is
to do for you're like, yeah, I just want to sit in my
like
bathrobe and
you
tell
know,
jokes.
but like but like
Welcome to the
I
21st century.
Yeah.
exactly like I can like people are out there like
You could do
YouTubing and
live, yeah,
vlog.
you could do like live
I can
shows and just have you
exactly.
just
Yeah.
telling jokes, and I would pay $10 a month to whenever just flip over to your channel and watch you telling jokes and watch the highlight reels, and I will sign up for that. Where is the
It's
Tori B plus?
oh my God. Like you're stroking my ego so much. I chopped off somebody else. I paid somebody to chop off all my hair.
Oh,
And
was that? Oh, I bet ego got stroked so much that if some hair came out.
yeah, right. I do have a joke though. In all of this. So I live with my grandma and she tells me the story. She goes, my grandfather, he was a drinker. And so my grandma said to him, this is going back into the 60s, I told your grandfather, don't come home drunk. So he didn't come home, she said. Yeah.
Fuck,
But here
that
we are
makes me
living
laugh,
through
but
it.
I'm sad
Yeah, like
now.
That was a
God
good
bless
one.
her. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I'll like kind of wrap it up with that. And but like one thing that I have been like kind of wrapping my brain around because I live with my grandmother and like because she's elderly and like closer to the birth end of life and she's closer to like the death end of life and we've just accepted this as fact, right? Like I think it gets a little blurry with your parents because like sometimes they're not even that much older than you, like depending on when they had you, right? But like your grandparents, that's like a whole other generation. So um anyway, my whole thought is like she's very Catholic. She's a woman of God. And when she was in sixth grade, she
Sit.
wanted to be a nun.
Sit.
And the nuns
Sit.
called her over at the Catholic school at lunch and they were like, Mary, you don't want to be a nun. You like the boys too much. So then, yeah. My voice is running low. I've been overworked, honestly. For somebody that's unemployed, I sure keep a really busy schedule.
Yo, what did you say the other fucking night? I try to remember to tell.
Oh, the
Cause
one. All right, I'll tell. So I said I
babe,
always.
wait, get the mic. Hold on.
Okay.
I was trying to retell it and I totally butchered it and I was like, that right there, that's gonna be like your ticket to Comedy Central and all. Basically, if you could tell a bullshit set and you
Okay, I'm
just
ready.
throw that one out there, like.
So it was. I have it written down somewhere, but it was like I only fuck with journalists or date journalists because they know how to investigate their sources.
Yeah, it was like they do a lot of research and planning, and it was like really when I only like to date investigative journalists, because they really get to the bottom of the story and like yo, you rocked that.
I had a few things. I can't remember exactly what I said. I'd like to go back if you post last week's.
Yeah, I have it. We're getting there. I met today. I was hoping she showed up. The lady that works at a store in town there. Wonderful lady. I mentioned, oh yeah, I'm doing my open mic tonight. I said, open mic. Oh, I'm a musician. I was like, oh, well, we do it on Zoom. And she goes, good, because we're all snowed out now. We did outside open mic. So I said, well, we'll come on by. And I gave her the thing. I said, put her on the email list. And so, yeah, hopefully she shows up. But as I'm talking to her, I go, we got all these videos, though I'm trying to get posted on YouTube. But, like, I don't have the time to cut and edit the videos. And, we've been trying. And, like, I need to pay someone just, here, take these and get them up there. She goes, the owner of the store, who I know, his son is a video editor. He's like, I'm sure he'll do it cheap for you just to help you out and stuff. And so, yeah, so we might get these videos edited soon and get them all up because there's so much good content. It's so hard to, get the time to sit there, edit, chop, upload. And, we don't have the internet because we out in the rural. So, like, if I can just hand that off to somebody else to chopping up, good things will happen.
Yeah, but those playlists on there on the Open Minds website are fantastic, man.
Yeah.
We just need to catch
Oh,
up. Like we
yeah,
have
I
so
love
much
them.
more good content to put on them, like we're just, we're trying to play
Yeah, I
catch
find
up,
myself in the middle of the week just in there, Wednesday I'm watching Friday.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna try to get those videos up fast for everybody. And then once we get caught up and we have a video editor, was doing a 2-hour show every, weekend. It's just we have this backlog that we've been trying to get to and we can't get to. But anyways. And she's been working on her store, which let me mention that. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, it's up and running? Oh, okay. Hold on now. Yo, my wife has been up to some stuff, normally she's really creative and whatnot. So she got a store. Babe, what is it?
Well, you gotta post it.
I'm hold on. I'm getting the link right now. I just wanted to copy it from the browser so my wife's got this store. We're gonna be releasing 4 different clothing lines on it. The main one being Melt, which is Catalyst, her clothes. And then we're gonna be doing some open minds merchandise too on there. I already designed one really nice long sleeve shirt. I'm gonna do an all over like soft sweater too and a hoodie and all that, but they're all over print. Like, we're gonna order a couple of ourselves to double check the quality. But yeah, we got some nice. We're gonna be having some gear coming out. So really cool stuff from Catalyst, doing her melt thing, and then Open Minds merchandise. So y'all go ahead and visit. I think
Yeah, I
yeah,
checked
we
it
up for
out. It's
business
really
now. Yeah,
cool.
like we got more products to upload and stuff.
I
Dude,
love
those
it.
shoes, those shoes, what?
I
Like, or the
know.
backpack, like I wish I had that shit when I was in school, man. Like we're trying to make the world a cooler place. And I'm gonna keep it going though, cause I've been stalling too much, man. This man showed up a little late, but he's always amazing. It's the end of the night, so it's kind of like me saying, "Hey, fuck the world, try to sleep after this shit." No, I'm sorry for the French, but I'm just trying to have a good time. CP, can you be amazing for us, brother?
Hey, what's good, everybody? First, let me start off by saying I never needed this more than I ever thought I did than this moment right now. Like, from people talking about the mental health and tracking their stuff and, the cyclic stuff that comes with, our diagnoses and all that good jazz, because I've been going through it. But I found a poem that I think I'm gonna slide back into my manuscript, but I haven't finished a letter. It'll make sense when I read it. A friend of mine, he's doing what I think we all want to accomplish. In his passing, he literally immortalized himself, not just because of his art himself, but because of, hey, Lantern can type out and he's listening to the shit we're saying, because Nona is doing her shit, fucking with the cat in the background and cracking a beautiful smile at the same time. Like, it's our personal relationships that kind of immortalizes us in everybody else's eyes. So I found this poem and it was dedicated to my boy. It's called A Letter to Tavis. Dear Tavis, dear T, yesterday, while running away from myself, I tripped over a get out of getting in my own goddamn way, face planted face first into a secondhand hand-me-down, second-handed. On second thought, these slave feet of mine can run around the truth like a dog chasing its tail. World where a nightmare can become the CEO of any company's EGO, while virtue has to work on commission for table scraps. I overheard there's no reason to keep trying to reason with me in the restaurant. Order a large order of French fries, barbecue chicken strips, cheesecake, and a glass of cold water, and some mixed drink named Survival on the Rocks with a splash of I have nowhere else to run to. He said his name was something like, I can't remember, but the nickname his friends gave him was Too Easy to Fall Overboard, which made a lot of sense since Deborah was out of 6 girlfriends he had in the last 8 months. Dear T, you are one of the few ones who taught me that when it comes to women, it's more about quality than quantity. I hope Too Easy to Fall Overboard learns this more sooner than later, because he's really a nice guy. Dear A, you know my birthday's coming up soon. And the only 2 things I want as a gift is a gorgeous girl's garter belt that comes without daddy issues, and a couple of Popeyes 2-piece and a biscuit dinner combo coupons. Dear V, I've been paying pittance for pussy ever since life was proven to be a bitch, bro. Been overcharged for every light bulb idea that went off in my head for the last few weeks, bro. Been bent over by every other nothing is wrong that can't seem to understand that motherfucker, yes, there is something wrong. I have a lot that's what's wrong. Something seriously wrong with me. Like lately I've been losing way too many of my already loose screws. At any given moment, my mind's been moving in and out of an I can't get in and out of any moment. And my mind's madness, I'm about to go nuclear, brother. I think there's something seriously wrong with me. The voices in my head say go nuclear. Voices in my mind saying go nuclear, Maze. Voices in my head screaming go nuclear for no good goddamn reason, and to hit the devil so hard in his jaw that you can hear his goddamn wisdom teeth rattle. Dear I think I'm losing it. I've been using God's Ground Zero as a fucking playhouse. Passion has just passed the time playground. Monkeys on my back, monkey bar swinging, self-respect losing. Get a grip to, can't get a grip yet to slippery love that I can't get a grip on. Grasping at sanity that I can't grip tight. Ask Jesus if he's worried about me. Ask Jesus if he's worried about this mouthpiece miracle or this thrift store halo. My heart's hurting during this time, and I miss you so much, bro. I still keep your cell number in my cell phone, just in case when God calls me home, I'll be able to get the address right and reach the housewarming party I know you and my dad's throwing me on time. I'm a good cause that needs one. I'm too broke to purchase replacement parts. Buy high-priced self-esteem when it's half off. I'm off the Richter scale when my madness is off his chain. I'm reminded of the last corporal suicide attempt at his padded walls room, fucked up Phuong straight jackets and drooling all over himself, propped up prescription pills. Freestyle. From this moment on, I need you to know, open minds, that our hearts or an open mic that doesn't need someone to perform for it. Our open minds is an open mic that needs no one to check the mic volume levels. Our open minds is an open heart that plays live music with guitar strings stringed up from our heart, plays a windpipe like the windpipe bomb I got in my throat, my open mind. When it's an open mind, I feel like it's crying. So in open minds, in these open times, I take a pen, finger to keyboard, and write like my open-hearted God. I am losing myself with every poem I create. I ask and plead with you, lose your fucking self in every poem you create. Lose your fucking self in every hug that you create. Lose your fucking self in every love that you ever created. Lose your fucking self in every I love you, every I hate you, every fuck you, every I need you. Just lose yourself in honesty for a change. Like open mind. Honestly speaking, you saved my life more times than I can even say. Honestly speaking, we became a family. Honestly speaking, when a person brings his mom up into a room to listen to a bunch of renegade misfits off our Richter scale, diagnoses, fucking prescription pill popping, trying to get our mind state stable, when a person can bring his mother into this environment. Open minds know that we have something special here. Love like there's no more left to give. Give everything like you have nothing else to love. Exist in the world that wants you to do only the things that they want you to do. You are more than your 9-to-5 job, y'all. You are more than the fucking clothes you wear. You are more than the car you fucking drive, the drink you fucking sip, the shit you literally smoke. You are more than a broken heart. You are more than everything you thought you never could become. You are more than your failures. You are more than your I'm sorries. You are more than the late nights with no armor, all by your goddamn self with a goddamn bottle to turn to. You are more than just sitting at home, staring into a fucking video webcam, looking for another person to make you feel good about being you. You make me feel good about being me. And for that, all of this anarchy is so fucking worth it. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Fuck, CP. I was trying to show you the anarchy. Yeah, I got carved in my heart chakra there. Because, yeah, there is no hierarchy, right?
Woo!
We are all
That was
born
the
on this earth.
best.
Everybody, unmute yourselves. Give it up for CP. Like, what the fuck, man? I
Oh
love
my
you, brother,
God.
so much.
Thank you.
Word, man, word.
Thank you so much.
Mind blowing, mind blowing. As always, mind blowing, man. Word up,
I
word
just
up.
need the room to vent. Thank y'all for giving me the space, man. I just
Yes.
Man, you over here got me blushing like a little schoolgirl and shit, bro. Like, dude, that was dope. That was really dope, man. I really appreciate you and I love you. And when you first read that piece about your homeboy that died, I kind of want to read a piece that I don't think a lot of these people have heard. I wrote when my best friend died. His name was Matthew Long, aka Matt Havoc. He was the host and of all the shows for Fort Lauderdale's Fetish Factory. It's a big club in Fort Lauderdale where there is, plenty, Sodom and Gomorrah vibes to be felt through, and he was the host since he was 18 until about the age of 34 when, unfortunately, he died from, bad decisions. But anyways, he was my best friend, and I love him and I miss him. And I'm gonna read this poem that I wrote about him. It's called "The Lack of Matt." And it came to me. I was sitting in a field, and I was looking at this rotted leaf that sat there all winter. And then when the ice melted, it started to decay and make this sort of spider web. The veins like running through it, and like there was this little mist on it, and there was a little spider web with it too, and it was dripping down. And I was looking at the decay, and I was inspired to write this. Mountain dew mist, years of tears drift into the decaying rib cage that still burns from your flesh. Missing pieces of my soul were entwined within your being. I'll never get the stench of your friendship off my chest. rest. Oh, you sleepy, sweet, waspy, old Jewish bitch. Rubies drip when I slit away the pain. What a beautiful brain. Liquefied, dripping deeper into my blood. You were loved. It's been so long. 25 years, my friend. Only if you could see me now. How proud. Yeah, that's how you'd say it. Slight bit of snarkiness. Look at this mess I made. 6 inches from the grave, 2 minutes away from you, but wait. I have a beautiful wife. She's cool as fuck, bro. DMT and she seen you. So smooth. But not how I ever did. No one has. I guess I'll just smile and laugh like you always told me to do whenever I felt blue. Damn, my dude. I fucking miss you. So I bite my lips and punch myself in the face as hard as I can. I reach into the darkness, but I can't feel your hand. Flex my legs, but I can hardly stand. Dewdrops fall into the sand. The morning sun takes them away. I just take things day by day, 'cause that's what you'd say. Breathe, Tom. I might not be here, but I'm not gone. Think of me and I'll live on. I wonder how your bones look. Gold and true. I fucking miss you. I'll see you again someday soon.
Oh, I love you, Tom.
Yeah, bro. Beautiful tribute.
Very
Love
beautiful.
you.
Dude, yeah, man. I feel the pain. I feel the pain. You know what's crazy? You said that was your friend named Matt, right? About 25 years ago, you lost him. I too lost a friend named Matt 24 years ago. And another crazy thing, right before UCP, that was Dear Tavis. I had a friend, my best friend actually was named Tavis, and I had to cut him off a long time ago. It's just crazy how the last two poems touched on people that were so
Hey, it's
instrumental
not
in my life.
crazy, bro. It's not crazy. If
You're
you
right,
think
you're
about
right.
it make perfect sense, right? It's kismet.
How?
It's the way reality works, right? If we came and we spit about some poetry that didn't connect you, that would be more crazier.
Yes.
Can I get an amen? You know, like we're here for a reason. It's synchronicity. There's a reason our souls link up each year. We got to make this world a better place, man.
Absolutely.
And so, and by
Absolutely.
doing so,
Yes,
we need to help and
yes.
heal each other, because like we've been all talking about, mental health is an issue. I've been dealing with it the last couple of weeks hard. The last 2 years I made a lot of growth, but shit gets rough, you know. But seeing y'all
Gotta keep on
ugly
keeping
ass
on.
mugs smiling back at me every Friday, I just can't help but crack a smile.
I feel like somebody's gonna wind up on here and like direct us to some sort of grant money.
I feel like we'll pay for it. Let's just put a show on it.
Like some sort of like
we want to do
public
some sort of open
TV
minds. I want to do
bullshit.
like a podcast or something. Like I want to get, I want to.
You had said that, yeah.
Yo, when my millions come in, I got y'all.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
my
Hey, same
millions
here,
come
man.
in,
Trust me, we
I
got a
got
million. Hey,
y'all.
we gotta
That's
buy a
my
mountain.
word. That's
We're buying
my
a
word.
mountain, and we're gonna
That's
set
my
up
word.
bases within the mountain and the mountain top and everything. Like me and it's Catalyst. She got the plan. She the idea over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, we gonna make millions. We gonna have a mountain.
come
All
home
y'all
one
are
day, I'm
moving
like,
there. We got
babe,
plans.
babe, this is what we're gonna do.
Word up.
We're gonna get a mountain.
Word up. Word,
See,
word,
This
man.
could be the new Critical Role. My daughter loves to watch or watch this show where people play role-playing games.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's all pretend to be enlightened poets for a minute.
Reading to each other.
This would be perfect.
Next step, profit, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
love it.
Well, I
I
never
love it.
wanted to do it as a profit thing to begin with, because I felt like this should be a safe place where we can
Yeah,
all go
no,
on.
I'm
But now,
so
like a year later, I'm like,
absurd.
fuck, I can't pay my rent, dude. Like I didn't get a job. I was doing this to fucking pass time while I was trying to find work and get my work permit. So it's like, Oh, the other prophet. Oh, I fucked up with that. Well, my prophet's prophet right now because I'm hungry. I got no food. In fact, if y'all want to donate to open minds, we would appreciate it. Drop a link. We're hungry. We got to pay a video editor so we can see all of our lovely poetry online because we ain't got the time for it. We trying to feed ourselves. We love you all and thank y'all for sticking around. I believe my stepdad might have a joke for us, or we might go into round two. It's only 7:20. So, we're gonna see if Ma, you there? Is Randy there? Is he ready for some? I talked to him earlier on the phone. He goes, I don't want to tell no like dirty jokes.
Well, he doesn't care what kind of jokes.
Yeah, I
He's
was
got
like,
jokes for you.
I'm like, bro, you should hear some of the poetry that these motherfuckers read. Like, talk about.
Yeah, well, he don't care. He'll
Like,
tell
what
anybody.
like, what is he gonna say that's gonna make us go, oh, that was overtly sexual. That was, like, bro, it's called Open Minds for a reason, okay? I made this place for us to fucking be ourselves,
Well,
free of
tell any
judgment
joke you
and
want.
free of loving and understanding. So,
All right. So shall I go?
yes, sir.
Here we go. A father takes his daughter out into the woods hunting. When they get out there, the father tells her to climb up into the deer trap, into the deer stand, and if she sees a deer, to shoot it. He tells her, I'm going to go over to my stand, and if I hear you rifle, I'll come back. Well, he gets about halfway over to his stand, and he hears a gunshot. He thinks, oh, wow, she got a deer already. So he turns around and he starts to head back. As he gets closer, he hears his daughter arguing with a game warden. She screams at him, that's my deer. I shot it, and I'm taking it home with me. Just then, the game warden, he hears him say, listen, ma'am, that is not a deer, and I should probably arrest you for your negligent handling of a firearm. Well, the daughter becomes so enraged that she loads another round into the gun and points it at the game warden. She says, that's my deer, and it's going home with me. The game warden puts his hands up, says, okay, ma'am, I see your point. That's a deer. But would you mind before you take it, could I have my saddle off of it? The game warden's horse.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
It was dear to him for sure. And when I talked to you earlier too, you said you had two jokes.
Yeah, I do have another one. This one will be a father calls all of the nuns in and allows them an opportunity to confess their sins. The first nun steps up and says, well, Father, when I was a young girl, I once saw a naked boy. Father says, oh, well, go on over to the bowl of holy water, dip your fingers in, rub some on your eyes, and give me 10 Hail Marys. The second nun steps up and she says, well, Father, when I was young also, I actually saw a boy's penis and I actually kissed it. The father goes, oh dear. Well, go on over to the bowl of holy water. You put your hands in it and touch it to your lips and give me 20 Hail Marys. So then there's a commotion at the back of the line and the father peeps his head up to see what's going on. And one of the nuns sees and goes, oh, I'm so sorry for the disturbance, Father. I just wanted to make sure I was in line before Sister Mary, before she has to dip her ass in the holy water.
Naughty, naughty.
Hey, Dad, I love you. Thank you for making us laugh.
Okay. All right. I may have another one next week for you guys if you will
Yeah,
allow.
you better.
That's what I'm saying. It's pretty cool. Usually we end out the night with the joke, but if anybody would like to read something, I think I can go for a little longer. It's only 7:20. Gustav, would you like to read a piece for us?
Yes, I have a piece to honor the 18 slaughtered in Lewiston, Maine. This is a cover. It's called Melt the Guns, and it's by XTC. Programs of violence as entertainment bring the disease into your room. We know the germ which is man-made in metal. It's really the key to your own tomb. Prevention is better than cure. Bad apples affecting the pure. You'll gather your senses, I'm sure, then agree to melt the guns, melt the guns, melt the guns, and never more to fire them. Melt the guns, you ought to melt the guns, and never more desire them. Children will want them, mothers supply them, as long as your killers are heroes. And all the media, they fiddle while Rome burns, acting like modern type Neros. Prevention is better than cure. Bad apples affecting the pure. You gather your senses, I'm sure, and agree to melt the guns, melt the guns, melt the guns, and never more to fire them. Melt the guns, you ought to melt the guns, and never more desire them. I'm speaking to the Justice League of America, the US of A. Hey, yes, you in particular. When it comes to the judgment day and you're standing at the gates with your weaponry, you go down on one knee, clasp your hands in prayer, start quoting me, because we say, Our Father, we've managed to contain the epidemic in one place now. Let's hope they shoot themselves instead of others, help to civilize the race now. We've trapped the cause of the plague in the land of the free and the home of the brave. And if you listen quite quietly, you can hear them shooting from grave to grave. You ought to melt the guns, melt the guns, melt the guns, melt the guns, and never more to fire them. Melt the guns, you ought to melt the guns, and never more desire them. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody on me sub. Give it up for Gustav.
Megan,
No, no,
Megan,
Gus.
Yes. Very melodic.
Yes,
Lovely,
we love you.
lovely, man. Whew.
Man, I love y'all. And I really don't want the night to end. So I'm going to give one more request because I know there's people here that didn't hear this poem when I first spit it. I'm going to do a riddle poem. I want you guys to try to figure out what I'm talking about in the comments. And whoever gets it might get a free Open Minds hat once they get available on the store. I will send it to you. So, and it'll be the first one ever ordered. You just got to report back on how the quality was. And yes, Nona, I see you raising your hand. What would they say?
Okay, can you put it on the screen for us to read it as well?
Okay,
Is it
yeah.
possible?
Yep. Yeah. Hold on. Trying to make it big and bold so you guys can like. Get on my screen. Okay. I just pasted it in something else and it put all this fucking bars together. So I'm sorry for the interruption. They're really dope hats. It's worth the wait, to be honest. Like, I want one for my shelf when I can't get one yet. Okay, I guesstimate approximately 20 more seconds. Thank you for sticking around and entertaining me. And as propaganda poet would say, "Thank you for indulging my behavior." How do I do the pageless format or the wide format where I can fit it?
I don't know, babe.
All right, I'll just scroll. You guys will have to scroll with me. I got it. I think. Tell me if you can see that. Okay. Because I had to take the title out and stuff and move it somewhere else so you guys didn't know what it is. Okay. In the depths of an overgrown garden, it's silence. Hold on, cat, babe, you're not muted. Okay, there's an echo. We got that adds to the mystery, right? There's who knows where I am. I'm not behind this person over here. Okay. In the depths of an overgrown garden, a creation stands, forgotten, disregarded. Its silent presence marked by time, imperfect and weathered, a subtle rhyme. Once admired by all who passed, now hidden, neglected, fading fast. Yet within its cracks and lines, a story of resilience silently shines. Marvel at its grace if you will, a symbol of beauty in a desolate still, a testament to life's fleeting bloom, a reminder of our impending gloom. Spin a tale of its journey if you dare, of rise and fall, a narrative to share, a metaphor for dreams left behind, and the strength of the human mind. Through fragments, echoes cry. Sorry, I'm a perfectionist. Fuck me up. Through fragments, echoes cry of love lost and time gone by. This creation standing tall, a silent witness to it all. So let us pause in this abandoned scene, appreciate the beauty within the serene, for even in decay there's a tale to behold of an object so strong and so bold. Can y'all guess what it is? Hmm? I'm liking, yeah, no, I'm seeing what they're saying, but it's close, but all right. Do you guys want to know?
Hints, like just give hints for now. It's not
Okay,
as fun
hints.
if we're
Okay.
just like told. I mean, like
There was every line in that was a hint towards it for one. I gave you plenty of hints, but I'll give you another hint. Think of something immortalized in time in a place of reflection. Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is so meta. But Bob Dylan.
Fuck close. Bust economy, I like CP too close. Bust is in it somewhat. Yes, technically. Oh, Nona is closer. I mean, you got the first part of it. All right, I'll let she because Nona guessed it good enough with the bus econom, whatever bus statue bus. It was about a marble statue in a long lost garden where it's cracked and weathered and there's roots and all this, and it was kind of in some of the subject, kind of the riddle part kind of was inspired by Nona, and then the rest was inspired by my buddy because he's like, I hear it in all your poetry and this me. And Cozzy even busted out that wonderful I, me poem. And we've been talking about the id and the I and the me and the we and the them and the they and the us and you know. And so I was kind of inspired by, well, what would be the narrator's perspective and the perspective on the narrator that's narrating this kind of from the object's perspective, but no id. So I'm like, huh, okay, well, what would that object look like? And it's like, well, let's brainstorm some shit, right? Like, I was thinking like a ticket stub from an amusement park that has been long shut down. You know, an old marble statue in a long lost garden. A leaf that is decayed and reveals a secret treasure map. You know, obscure objects that no one would think about, the paperclip in the room, whatever, right? Like, and then like from the perspective of that, but not from the perspective of that object, but the perspective of the perceiver perceiving that object and kind of narrating, you know, it from that. So it like totally, there's no I or id in it, whatever. It's like descriptive, but like how the object's affecting the environment, how the you know, environment affects the object, and vice versa. And like we got onto this whole trip, and that's what I came up with there. So I hope you guys enjoyed it.
It was fantastic.
And Nona, you got it with when I said bus, she's like, statue bus. This is somewhat immortal standard in time. If y'all
Like,
see
I
the
was
lyrics now
thinking,
that you know it, when you see it again, you're like, oh, it's so obvious. Every line's like it's in an abandoned garden, like a marble
look,
statue in a
I
garden. Like,
thought it was like a statue at first, but then I'm like, no, that can't be it. It can't be a statue. It's got to be something else.
well, it was deeper. It was a statue that's rotted in a, you know, old forgotten garden somewhere. You know, that people used to walk by in awe, but now it's a time when like I put out so much hints in it, man. But yeah, I love y'all. Anybody else got some more poetry? I'm still chilling, man. It's still kind of early. I want to hear
I
some more
want to
poetry.
read
Yeah,
again.
you like to read? Oh, our Shanelle, if you could bless us with some words, and Cozzy got some stuff too. Cozzy, you know what I'm saying? Shanelle, bust it up, Cozzy on it. Let's keep this thing rolling, man. I'm having a great Friday night. I love all y'all.
Thank you for letting me read again. I would like to read a poem from one of my favorite poets, writers, Mr. Langston Hughes, and it's called Let America Be America Again. Let America be America again. Let it be the dream it used to be. Let it be the pioneer on the plain, seeking a home where he himself is free. America was never America to me. Let America be the dream the dreamers dreamed. Let it be that great, strong land of love where never kings connive nor torrents scheme, that any man be crushed by one above. It never was America to me. Oh, let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wreath, but opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is in the air we breathe. There's never been equality for me, nor freedom in this homeland of the free. Say, who are you that mumbles in the dark? And who are you that draws your veil across the stars? I am the poor white fooled and pushed apart. I am the Negro bearing slavery scars. I am the red man driven from the land. I am the immigrant clutching the hope I seek and finding only the same old stupid plan of dog eat dog, of mighty crush the weak. I am the young man full of strength and hope, tangled in that ancient endless chain of profit, power, gain, of grab the land, of grab the gold, of grab the ways of satisfying need, of work the men, of take the pay, of owning everything for one's own greed. I am the farmer, bondsman to the soil. I am the worker, sold to the machine. I am the Negro, servant to all. I am the people, humble, hungry, mean, hungry, yet today, despite the dream, beaten yet today. Oh, pioneers, I am the man who never got ahead, the poorest worker bartered through the years, yet I am the one who dreamt our basic dream in the old world, while still a serf of kings who dreamt a dream so strong, so brave, so true, that even yet its mighty daring sings. In every brick and stone, in every furrow turned, that's made America the land it has become. Oh, I'm the man who sailed those early seas in search of what I meant to be my home, for I am the one who left dark Ireland's shores and Poland's plain and England's grassy lay, and torn from the black Africa strand I came to build a homeland of the free. The free? Who said the free? Not me. Surely not me. The millions are on relief today, the millions shot down when we strike, the millions who have nothing for our pay, for all the dreams we've dreamed and all the songs we've sung and all the hopes we've held and all the flags we've hung, the millions who have nothing for our pay except the dream that's almost dead today. Oh, let America be America again, the land that never has been, yet must be the land where every man is free, the land that's mine, the poor man's, the Indians, the Negroes, me, who made America, whose sweat, blood, whose faith and pain, whose hand in the foundry, whose plow in the rain, must bring back our mighty dream again. Sure, call me any ugly name you choose. The steel of freedom does not stain from those who live like leeches in the people's lives. We must take back our land again. America, oh yes, I say it plain. America never was America to me. And yet I swear this oath, America will be. Out of the rack and ruin of our gangster death, the rape and rot of graft and stealth and lies, we the people must redeem the land, the mines, the plants, the rivers, the mountains, and the endless pain. All the stretch of these great green states and make America again. Thank you.
Yo, thank you. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for our Shanelle.
Hey, timeless.
Yeah.
See, this is why we stick around. It was like, I want to end the night, but who else got something to say? And then we get something like that. Yo, and this I'm very world eccentric when I say this, right? Like, I'm a patriot of the earth. But that's why I moved from South Florida and came up into the middle of nowhere in Canada, because I couldn't take the energies of like the violence in the streets and like all. Like, I live in the middle of nowhere now because like I can't be down. Like, it's so fucked up down there, and the decisions that the lawmakers make and the sheriffs and the the people that are supposed to protect us, and like America is not what it was meant to be. You know what I mean? Like. And that poem captured that beautifully. So, yeah, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Yeah, Cozzy Coz. Yo, that last piece, that whole that I means, I like it tripped me out because like that's what we've been talking about for like the last week or two around here. It's been like little little coffee banter, and so you broke it down so sweetly in that poem, like. It was dope. So I'm excited to hear what else you got for us, man. And I'm excited for your future next year. And like, what you got, bro?
Me too. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. All right. What I have, the other piece that I have, I'm not sure if maybe one or two people might have heard it because I did it the other day on the other open mic. This one is titled Pensive Ponderings. Do y'all know what I be thinking about? I be thinking about my kids. I be thinking about when I was a kid. I think about success, money, health. I think about my mom. I think about the future. I think about being loved. I think about the past. I think about women. I think about her. I think about football, sex, beer. I think about music, poetry. I think about a sunset's beauty. I think about happiness. I think about my dog, weed, friends. I think about laughter, peace, unity. I think about humanity. I think about humans and all other animals as well. I think about hopelessness. I think about senselessness. I think about failure. I think about rejection, pain, agony, despair. I think about homelessness, disease. I think about racism. I think about chaos. I think about deceit, enemies. I think about futility. I think about fatherless children, the drug epidemic. I think about the apocalypse. I think about Tide Pods. I think about global warming, polar bears, Uncle Sam. I think about closed-mindedness, jealousy. I think about violence, police brutality, misunderstandings. I think about injustice, hatred, cruelty, suffering, evil, abuse. I think about flipping out. I think about prison. I think about escaping. I think about giving up. I think about refusing to give up. I think about the world. I think about utopia. I think about revolution. I think about our origin. I think about truth. I think about why. I think about the vastness of space. I think about the sun, moon, universe. I think about the outside of the box. I think about the stars. I think about my dad. I think about reciprocity, courtesy, consideration, sympathy, kindness, sweetness, sharing. I think about being held. I think about hope. I think about life. I think about love. To tell you the truth, I really don't think too much about anything. Thank you.
Yeah, that end.
That
Come
was
on,
so cool.
to tell you the truth, I really don't think about anything.
That was
Cozzy,
cool.
I fucking love you, man. Like, hey,
Word,
thank you
love
for
you
being
too, my
part of the
nigga. Word.
fam. Like, yo, I'm so glad you show up here Fridays and come kick it with us, man.
Thank you.
We gotta,
Word.
and I know I was promised you, and you know, workshops, man. It's been hectic here. We trying to pay bills. We trying to get businesses launched. We
I
trying to
know.
do things. But I'm gonna get on
I
it
know.
because I want to teach you the Cyclops. Like, yo, it's now published in. If y'all heard, yeah, in the magazine accredited, everything's going cool, man. I want you to write a Cyclops poem.
I want to. Yes. Yes.
So
Just let me know, man. Just let me know.
I'm
Just let me
gonna
know.
hit you up. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up probably tomorrow if you just chilling or whatever. I can hit you on the IG.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
I
Cozzy,
bet.
kill that shit. Cozzy, kill that shit.
Right? Yo, and I felt,
Thank
dude,
you.
like the two I did were like two of the best poems I've written. And I found out why. It's because us as writer and creative minds, when you put yourself into a restriction, such a tight restriction, then like you really got to think about the words. And that's what you do with like all the pieces that you do is like you like put this like impossible task in front of yourself and you're like, I got to pull it off
Force
now.
yourself.
Yeah.
We're forcing you to do it. Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
so with the Cyclops poem, every word in it needs to have one eye and one eye only. Every single
Oh.
word. One eye and
Okay.
one, because Cyclops has one eye. Cyclops only likes words with one eye and one eye only. And you would think, oh, principle, no, I can't. It's got two. Or thinking, or you have like it's so. And when you get into it, man, there's a lot of words to use, and it only works with I. We tried it with other letters and stuff, and it doesn't really work as well, which makes sense. Cyclops poem, right? So I'll call you up and we'll go into a more in-depth thing. We're gonna be closing out the show soon, and I think I speak for the whole entire room when we want Nemo to play the piano for us, and I'm gonna read the good night poem. And Nemo's
Yes,
gonna tickle
Nemo.
them ivories and serenade
We would
us
love
into
it.
a soft, gentle sleep,
Love
like
it.
like a nice
Oh,
warm
Love
hand
it.
caressing your bottom as you drift off into your feather-covered bed for
Nemo
the
is
night.
like, who the hell said I could do this?
Oh, have you
that's
not
a
heard Nemo play the
crosstown
piano yet?
boss.
I've heard Nemo on the keys. I've
Oh,
heard him.
okay. I was about to say, I'm like, we made, boy, trust me, you guys. So I'm gonna read the good night poem too. Nemo, you muted yourself. Make sure you put on the studio the musician thing. I'm gonna mute the rest of y'all.
They've changed it, but I think that did it. Can you hear
Perfect.
that?
Yep.
Does that sound like a horror soundtrack?
Sounds perfect. Can you guys hear me over that?
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
No, I want you to start and then I'll read it to your tone. Thank you, beautiful soul, for sharing your heart. Thank you for being here, caring for art. Thank you for unfolding the wholeness, for being a part, for participating in our mission to spread light. Thank you for your stimulating transmission and widespread sight. Thank you for visiting. Open minds, open mic. Yeah. Thank you so much, Nemo. That was awesome. Hey, man, I love y'all. Cozzy, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow, homie. We gonna get this Cyclops poem going.
Dude, definitely. Yes, I'll be waiting.
Yo, and I want to actually have a little discussion on that whole I me it thing too, with that poem, because that shit was dope. I like that.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All right.
Thomas. Thank you, Catalyst. Love you all.
Good night.
Yes. Well, peace. Good night, everybody.
Good night, fam. We love y'all. I'll see you next Friday.